Rust, baby, let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about Rust. Okay, Rust. You might think Rust is a computer language, but I'm afraid you'd be wrong. Rust is a religion. There's a movement among the Linux distros to rewrite all the GNU utilities. Little programs you use every day. LS. Uh, you know, what else? T, said, all those hundreds of little utilities that have been perfected over 30, 40 years. They all now have to be replaced by a new version written in Rust. Yeah, there's an entire new operating system that's written entirely in Rust. No other language is allowed. And if you go look at their website, every page, literally every page, this is written in Rust. There was a big fight last year getting Rust into the Linux kernel, and Torvalds just put his foot down against it. I didn't follow it closely, but I'm aware of it. Anyway, you will see a lot of code on the GitHub, on Codeberg, even on SourceForge, written in Rust. And can we, compile this stuff in Haiku? Well, we do have a Rust version in Haiku. Let's see, where is... there we go. Okay, wait a bit for that to settle. The problem with it is that it's a bit dated and we don't have all the bits and pieces. But Rust has its own mechanism. So I had to find a way to demonstrate this to you. Now, you remember a few episodes ago I talked about fetch utilities. And that got me thinking, what else is out there? So I went on to Codeberg, and after 20 minutes I gave up. Everybody seems to write their own fetch utilities, and most of them are really, really bad, useless. They're either so completely Linux focused that there's nothing you can do with them, or they just don't compile. Yeah, I think this is a university student's first year assignment. Write a fetch utility. Anyway, let's see. What do we got here? So the thing you want to install, let's just sort this so we can find it. Here, rust_bin. Right. I haven't seen too many Haiku actual programs. That are written in Rust, but I'm sure there are some somewhere. Okay, so I've got that installed, and I found a fetch program that is written in Rust. let's see if we can build it. See, now look at this. Cargo lock, cargo tommel. Don't ask me what tommel stands for, but if you see that, you know it's a Rust program. And let's just open up a terminal. And now, just like Python, you've seen me install things with pub3. Well, cargo works in roughly the same way. So it doesn't say, oh, you must first install all the different libraries. It goes and fetches them. Alright, so cargo build. Obviously, there are about 100 switches that you can use there, but that's the basic one. And let's see what it does. See, it's fetching things called crates. So those are, as near as I can make out, libraries. And it's building all those crates. Right, it's fetching the latest ones. I have no idea where on the disk they're actually going. Okay, 20 out of 39, not too much longer. Mm-hmm. 33 out of 39. That's a big one. See, at least the Python gets downloaded into plain script without first having to build them all. And this is where you get all those memes about, you know, programmers playing ping pong, and when the boss comes around, they say, compiling. Now, I know this thing will build because I've built it before. You know, but you're going to have to be a little patient with me here. Or a little patient with Rust. Yeah, because when I said every page of that operating system has Rust on it somewhere, I'm not kidding. You know, and it's terrible from a marketing perspective. Because, okay, 4 warnings, but none of them seem to be terrible. Okay, so where is my executable? Well, there's a new directory here called target. Let's have a look. Not here. What about debug? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let's, as usual, my camera is input in the way here. Okay. What's it called? sysq. And there it is. Okay, as fetch programs go, it's pretty useless because unknown bitness, unknown distro, architecture none. But okay, so I'm not going to put this up in my own collection because it's pretty useless. But we managed to compile it. Now, what you'll often see is that somewhere in the course of, compiling crate 23 out of 97, there's something goes wrong, and then the whole process stops. And there are very, very few Rust programs in my collection for that reason. I think I'm gonna have to learn this language at some stage. Nah, I don't think so. Still, you can see that with the right program, the right dependencies, you can do it. You can compile a Rust program. Thanks for watching.